Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello, and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mm-hmm. And you can always listen to our other podcasts like Miguel and Holly Full Show, Miguel and Holly Queen City Confessions. I got to give a huge shout out to everybody that reached out yesterday for my mini podcast with my husband, Abe.
I can't wait to listen.
A lot of you sent some really, really nice emails and messages because he really opened up about how his sister passed away. And the response as we were sitting, because, we recorded it Friday and then I just scheduled it to post. So we had forgotten about it. And so then all of a sudden, Sunday afternoon, we're sitting on the couch and all these messages start going ding, 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 ding. And we were like, wait, what? And I was like, oh, that's right. So thank you to everybody that reached out. It was very sweet. Mm-hmm. Before we get into our weekends, we got to talk to my mama. Hey, Mom.
Hello. How are you guys?
Wonderful. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful.
About to eat me some breakfast.
Oh,
you always know when to call.
What are you eating this morning?
I got cheese and eggs and sausage and half a strip of bacon. I'm trying to cut down on my bacon, but as long as it's sitting on my plate, I gotta have it.
Well, yes. Yes, that's true.
Mom, do you have any clue why I called you to talk on the podcast today?
I have no idea. I talked to you last night about Abe. Mm-hmm. That was a touching story. Oh my God, it had me in tears. I can't even imagine going through that.
Yeah, it was a really powerful story. But I called you on the podcast because of when you called me on Friday about this new person in your life. So could you tell the class, Miss Angela, Mom, what did you call me about on Friday about this new person in your life?
Look, I'm not like you. I don't spill all the tea.
You don't got to spill all the tea, just a little bit of it.
Because I know you're going to do it anyway. You can't hold water.
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about this morning.
Yeah. Miguel cannot. Miguel's got tea. He's going to be pouring it out to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. Actually, I met someone, a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And?
Well, I met a guy.
Okay. And
I called my son to get his approval.
And why did you need my approval, Mother?
Hello?
Are
you still there?
You hear? I know you hear me. Why'd you call me to get approval?
Well, I guess you can say that I'm like Cher.
In what way?
Hello, are y'all still there? We having a bad connection.
Oh, now it's a bad connection. Mama, if you don't open up your mouth and spill these beans.
He's a younger guy.
There it is.
How much younger are we talking?
Hi, Holly. How you doing, Holly?
Hello.
Mom. Spill these beans.
Y'all tell me about y'all weekend.
No. We need to talk about this.
Mine was good.
I bet it was.
Oh, how? I don't want to know how good it was. I don't want to know.
Now see, when I really start going into details, you be like, okay, mom.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, this is why I say I don't want to. We're not going to spill all the tea. Just the conversation that you and I had, because this man is 44 years old, and
45.
You say he's what?
Give him that year. 45.
I'm sorry. He's 45, and you are how old, Mom?
66.
Okay. Now, how did you meet this man? And does he have a name? Are we saying anything? Are we saying his name?
No, we're not saying any name. I mean, my God, I just met the guy. Well, I mean, I didn't meet him. I met him last year when my windows was destroyed in my car. he put me new windows in, and I didn't really, talk to him then because he didn't pursue me, and I asked him why didn't he say anything the first time I came over, because Kwanzaa was with me. And he said he thought Kwanzaa was my man. I'm like, dude, seriously?
Mm-mm.
Oh, and
Well,
so
you look good. You
Mhm.
look good. So
Well,
valid,
thank you. Thank you,
valid
Holly.
point. Mhm.
So he shot his
So
shot with
fast
you.
forward,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
so fast forward, my friend girl wanted to get the windows taken off her car because she bought a car in Florida,
Hmm.
and the window was so dark on there you couldn't see out of them.
Oh,
So I called him and asked him if he removed 10 off windows, and he took the car up there, and he asked me, "Do I want to have a glass of wine?" And I'm like, "Yeah, boy."
Now, where did y'all have this glass of wine?
At my place.
Oh.
And so we talked a long time, stayed a few hours, and he came back the next night and the next night.
oh.
So
Well, look at you. We got a little thing brewing. I love this.
Oh, that's great. So what sort of conversations are y'all having, Mother?
and now that ain't none of your goddamn business.
I know that's right. You tell him. Tell him, Mom.
Now see, I was trying to be nice and not go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now,
You just pulled that shit right out of me.
Yeah.
Where is Calvin? Where is Calvin?
He's in California at Coachella still. He got
You
to
still
see.
at Coachella?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's coming back tomorrow.
He'll be here on the show tomorrow.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
I hope he had fun. I saw that one video. It was
Oh, it
Yeah.
looks like
he
he's had
needed a
fun.
bathroom, a real bathroom.
Okay, but stop trying to change the subject here. So to close this out, Mom, do you see a future with this guy?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's actually, just talking with him and just sitting and talking with him, being with him. I don't even see no age difference.
Mm.
He's
That's
very
lovely.
mature, has his own business, and got a lot going for himself. So
And you know what? For now, I think that's all that really matters. It's a fun thing. Like, Miguel likes it. Where's your 5-year plan? And like all this, man. Like, who cares? Like, it's a fun time right now. And I think that's all you need to focus on.
thank you, Holly.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Holly.
I'm in your corner.
All right. You and Mr. 45-year-old. Well, thank you so much, Mom, for giving us the update. Glad you had a fun weekend, and we'll be checking in with you on the podcast to get more details.
I thought you were gonna call me about the old bitches up here in this place.
We'll do that later in the week when Kelvin's back on, because I'm sure he'll want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, enjoy your breakfast. Don't want it to get cold.
Oh, it's not. I'm eating it while I'm talking to you.
Oh, that's fine. Good for you.
All right. Well, go enjoy your breakfast. I'll talk to you later, Mom.
Love y'all. Y'all have a good day.
Love you too.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know he spent the whole weekend over there.
She goes, and the next night, and the next night. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, you know what? At least it didn't stay the night.
Well, no, he probably didn't, because she said he came back the next night. They're taking things the slow route, just at her house.
I was like, I thought he was gonna take you to dinner.
Man, she really loves being in her house, though. I mean,
she does. She really does.
I gotta say, I don't mind that. Like, if we can get to know each other, but be at the house, let's just do that.
Well, there you go. My mama shacking up with Mr. 45-year-old.
Listen, get it, Mom.
Start calling him Mr. Entrepreneur.
Oh, maybe so. He's got his own business. I like Mr. 45-year-old. That's good too. But maybe we don't need to say all that.
So
good
anyway,
for your mom.
Yeah. Holly, how was your weekend? What happened?
It was good. This was basically our Easter weekend, because my fiance and I don't have our girls this coming weekend, which is Easter, they are with their other parents. And so, for me, it's a little different than Christmas. Like Easter is Easter. Like, and if you're, super religious about it, obviously there's a big deal between Palm Sunday and Easter. However, for, celebration and egg hunt and Easter basket purposes, does it really matter? And so I try to take that that theme for any co-parenting thing, because it makes it easier on the kid when you're not fighting about like, well, this is my weekend and this is my night. So she was already scheduled to be over at her dad's house, and same with, my fiance's daughter for Easter weekend. So we're just going to make it this weekend. It worked out fine. We had, The Lion King is in Tampa, and I had it was a Christmas present of mine to the family. I bought us tickets to go see The Lion King. I had never seen it, the stage production. Let me tell you right now, I cried.
Did you cry at the beginning?
Absolutely, I cried at the beginning.
Yep. That's what everybody told me because I just saw it a few months ago when it was here in Charlotte. Yeah. And everybody was like, just watch. You're going to bawl your eyes out. And then absolutely the beginning of it.
Yes. So we're sitting in the seats and it starts, and I like 30 seconds after, I look over, my fiance's lip is quivering. He's crying. He's a crier anyway. So he's crying. I even look, at my daughter, Maya, she's like, oh, because there's like all these animals start coming in, and it's just so huge. It just is so good. And so I definitely cried through the thing. I cried a couple of times, but it was just so good. So I had been looking forward to that for a long time. So we went and saw The Lion King, and what else? We did something else. I don't remember. Oh, no, we really didn't do much. I was like doing some cleaning on Saturday morning, and then we went on Saturday afternoon. And so that was pretty much that whole day was like Lion King day. And then yesterday, a Sunday, we celebrated Easter. So Maya woke up and we did an egg hunt, and she got her Easter basket and some other things. And so that was really it's a nice, special day for her. And so we got all that stuff done. And then we went to my fiance's parents' house to celebrate like an Easter dinner of sorts with them. Since we're not going to be in town for actual Easter, they're like going to Vegas for Easter. So they're like, this is perfect. Yeah, they're like, we don't need to host y'all. We're going to Vegas, whatever. So anyway, they're doing that next weekend. But so we went over, and I had like planned these baked goods to bring over. And so I had like this, I knew I was going to eat like trash yesterday. I just already knew it. I woke up and had just bread with butter, like the bread that I made last week. I had ordered these pastry rolls. It's like a traditional, like it's like a nut roll. It's long. It's like I don't know, 18 inches long or something. And it's like chopped walnuts, and it's like a sweet pastry bread, and also a raspberry one. And I had just been waiting on those, and I ate several slices for both breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Apparently nobody liked them as much as I liked them, but yeah. So got all that. I made this other corn. It's like a cornbread, but it's moister. It's like a corn pudding almost. So that, and we just had a bit of a family day, and it was a little bit hectic, a little bit, there was a few things that happened that were a bit emotionally draining between like my fiance, his ex, his daughter's mom, and like there was a few things that happened in there that were a bit emotionally draining. And I don't know, I may talk about some of them in my podcast coming up, because that's one part of the thing podcast to be about, which is co-parenting.
Right.
So I may talk about that, but anyway, it was good. It was emotionally draining, and I really felt like last night, like I hadn't quite had a weekend, even though we did fun stuff, and it was truly, we did a good weekend. It was like a holiday. I was a little exhausted when I woke up this morning.
Oh, I bet.
Like,
That's a lot going on.
It was pretty nonstop the whole weekend of just, and when you're orchestrating a holiday as the parent, you got to time everything out right. You got all, different kids coming in. It was a lot. So I was a little emotionally drained. And on top of everything else, we finished The White Lotus.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday night. Finally. I know it had been a week. So yeah, we finished The White Lotus, and I have thoughts, but I'm sure we'll wait until Kelvin gets back maybe to have a discussion about that.
Yeah, on Wednesday when he's back, we will. By the way, there'll be 2 podcasts this week because we're off on Friday and Monday. Excuse me?
For for actual Easter, so we're taking the Friday and the Monday off when a lot of schools probably do also. And I know that, the Charlotte schools are already on spring break. So.
Yeah, they're enjoying their time off this week, and we'll get a little time on Friday and Monday. I had a great weekend. Friday, Abe and I and a friend went and did a little happy hour. That's been our thing since it's finally warming up here in Charlotte, to sort of do Friday happy hour somewhere so then we can be home by the time the sun sets. I saw something this weekend that I'm a little on the fence about, because we have made it very much known that you and I, Holly, are pretty much on the same page when it comes to dogs. Like, we're not like huge dog people.
Right. Even though I have one,
right,
which always makes me sound like a bad human. But like, I do like dogs, but I don't put dogs above humans, which some dog people do.
Funny you should say that.
Oh.
This weekend, Friday, we were at a brewery here in Charlotte, and a literal horse, it looks like, came into the bar. And someone actually even commented and said, it looks like a man in a dog costume because it's so ridiculous. And so I have a video on it. It's on my TikTok at Miguel Fuller. But tell me if you think this is okay for this to happen at a bar. So the dog is in front of the bar, and then the dog gets up on the bar, pull on 2 legs, and then they get
Saint Bernard. What the hell?
It's a whole, I don't know what type of dog it is, but that thing is too big, and it was just sitting there up. Get right up
I want to see it again. I want to see. You can go to Miguel. Hold on. Not this dog acting like it's fucking ordering a drink.
Like, hey, I would like to have the espresso martini. Thank you.
Horse, look at that horse. Like, what? No.
Like, that was too much for me. I was like, so I went around to the other bar to order a drink. Like that, you shouldn't do that, right?
You can't. You stop it. Stop. Like, we've gone too far,
right?
You know how like there's like these swings in society, and I mean, it could be about politics or whatever. Things go super liberal, then they're gonna go super conservative, whatever. Like, we have gone too far in the dog person thing. Like, it's too much. Dogs aren't people.
No, it was too much, and so I was just like, I'm gonna go walk around to the other side of the bar because I just don't.
Because
like
now that, like, it would be as if someone just put their shoes on the bar.
Right.
Okay. Like, that dog has their paws on the bar, and God knows what they stepped in. I hope she took a Lysol wipe and wiped down that damn bar. But not to mention, like, what if someone is allergic to dogs?
Right.
And they're just trying to go to a bar, and now, you don't know. Fur got somewhere.
And then if you look, there's another one to the right of it too. There's another dog that they had.
Was that with that dog?
Yeah, there was another person. I don't know if it was the same people. If you look to the right.
Oh yeah.
And then the other dog gets up there too.
No, they're both at the bar. Oh God! When my dog's Teddy, if Teddy even thinks like he's gonna go put his paws up somewhere, I will, because I'm the alpha.
Right.
And like, I will yell. Horse, look at that horse. And then he quit look. He's like, I'm sorry, Mom, I want to do it. Sorry. And these people are like encouraging it.
They're like, and they had little dog treats. And this is a very dog friendly brewery. And I mean, they have treats already ready, and you see people walking around with their dogs all the time. But I was just like, we have several dog bars here in Charlotte. Like, I went to the dog bar one time in St. Pete, and I was like,
look at that horse. Look at that horse. I've only been to the dog bar once. It was for a dog. And it was fine, dogs. Like, obviously, the dog bar.
Right.
I don't like dogs. Not the horse. Look at that horse. Look at that horse. Peter. Dog.
no. Yeah. So, that was exciting. I was just like, that's just too much.
It's like we can't even have this conversation though, because the dog people lose their minds.
Right.
Have you noticed?
Oh, absolutely. They're like, how
people
dare you? And I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not saying I don't like. Now, this is what I've always said. I'm a dog advocate. Like
Yeah.
I had a friend in the past who had a husky, and they would keep the poor husky in a kennel all day or cage all day, and then they would come out, and I'm like, girl,
That's
you
a
have
husky. You can't.
gotta let that dog out more, or you need to get a dog walker.
Yeah.
That dog has too much. And then when the dog would get let out, it would go freaking nuts. Cause I'm like, that type of dog needs to be walked and needs to run and needs energy. And I'm like, I see, that's why I'm a dog advocate. I just don't want the
Right.
dogs in my house.
Right.
Or at the bar where I am, unless the bar is specifically for dogs.
Right, because then you know at least. Then you're like, oh, well, I don't want to go to the dog bar because
Right.
it's for people with their dogs.
Right.
That's who the clientele clearly is. Or if you really like dogs and you don't have one, you can go and pet somebody.
But yeah, if you're listening to this, go take a look at my TikTok at Miguel Fuller, because I was just like, what? So yeah, and so then it was we went and did this afternoon drag show for Erica Chanel. We've had her on the podcast before. It was her birthday, and so we did that whole thing, afternoon drag show, which was great. And then Sunday, we just sat on the couch and did nothing.
Oh, that's lovely.
It was fantastic. All we did, we watched the new Viola Davis movie, G20.
Oh, is it a movie? I thought it was a series.
Yeah, it's a movie on Amazon Prime where she plays the president.
Yeah.
And she is bad ass.
I saw a commercial, but for some reason I thought it was a series. I'm like, I got too many series going on. But if it's a movie, that's a whole different prospect.
Yeah, it was really, really good. So I definitely recommend watching G20. And then it also kind of made me sad because I'm like, oh, look at that, a black woman as our president. Could have been us, but it's fine. But speaking of all the TV shows, I'm going to post this on my Instagram story this week. There's so much out right now. I made a list for Abe and I of all the different shows that we're watching.
Oh my God. I used to do that with my friend Liz when I lived in Ohio and we didn't have anything else going on. It was just the two of us. She lived in one apartment, I lived in the other. And we had, but this is before phones like that. And we had to, like, a spreadsheet based on the TV Guide and also Entertainment Weekly magazine about when was what. And we had like a grid, like a flow chart about which shows we watch when and which ones go on the DVR. And
yeah,
you gotta be serious about your entertainment choices.
Well, because I used to, like, I'm really good at remembering. Like, Abe is always like, how do you cannot remember numbers, birthdays, but you can remember what streaming platform every freaking show we watch and keep track of it. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm really good at just knowing, because he's like, what's that show? And I'm like, oh, Lioness with Nicole Kidman and Zoe Saldana. That's on Paramount Plus. And he's like,
I don't even know what that was. What are you?
He's like, how do you know that?
That's in the same place of your brain as other morning shows and which cities they're in and how long.
Yeah.
It was in Indianapolis. Oh, isn't that
Dave
Rob
Smiley?
And Megan?
Yeah. Pork chop and Bubba Fat.
Yeah, Miguel knows all the people.
But just to let you know, if you're looking for recommendations, like I said, I'm going to post this on my Instagram this week, but on Netflix right now, we're watching Adolescence and Black Mirror. By the way, Black Mirror debuted their episodes and we watched the first episode yesterday.
What?
It was so good and so tragic.
Ooh.
I don't want to. Well, I'll say spoiler alert, because Holly, you probably won't watch it, will you?
You're
not a
really
Black Mirror.
doubt it. It's ever since I saw that one, I was like one and done. I'm sure there are so many great episodes, but I just don't know if I can do it.
There are. This one is it's interesting, and it's also it's scary. And this is what I love about Black Mirror on Netflix is it's always a commentary on our relationship with technology. And this one was spot on. So basically, Rashida Jones, the character, she's married to, I think he's an Irish actor, and he was in Bridesmaid. I can't remember.
I know who that is, but I don't know the name of the
actor. Yeah. But they're a married couple. She basically has this tumor on her head, and she's in a coma. And they have this new service where they can basically clone a part of your brain that they have to cut the tumor out of. And so they replace it, they clone it and they replace it. But it's like a subscription service, basically. So they clone part of your personality. And so you're still you, but they've uploaded part of your brain to the server. So in order for you to be yourself, you have to subscribe to their subscription, which is like $500 a month for you to be you and not be in a coma.
Oh my God.
So what do all tech companies do? They lure you in with a cheap price. And then after 6 months to a year, they go, well, that's now the basic tier service. Now you have to pay more, because what starts to happen is Rashida Jones's character, she's a teacher, and it happens twice. And you're like, wait, what the fuck just happened? She was talking to one of her students about breakfast or something. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of this conversation, Rashida Jones's character goes, Cheerios are a great source of fiber every morning. Are you looking for your great morning start? Go to Cheerios.com.
Oh God, not ads.
They start playing ads through your fucking tumor or through the piece that they cloned on the server. And so
Who thinks up this shit? I'm sorry.
It's crazy. And so Rashida Jones doesn't know that it happens. She just goes in and out. And so then she says some stuff to some of her students that are kind of out of pocket. And so the teachers are like, what are you doing? And she doesn't know what's happening. So then they go back to the company, and the company is like, well, if you want to get to our plus service where there's no commercials, that's $1,000 a month. And so then it just keeps escalating. And I don't want to ruin it from there, but that's the premise of the first episode. It's crazy, but you could so see these tech companies doing that.
100%. Like, you're basically making a deal with the devil
when
you sign up for anything. And I mean, it's one thing with Netflix.
Right.
But like when we start talking about humans and bodies and microchips and AI.
It's so good. So if you like stuff like that, I would definitely recommend Black Mirror.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and we caught up on The Handmaid's Tale, the first 3 episodes. So.
We couldn't jump in. Like, we had finished, we spent an hour and a half on The White Lotus on Friday. And then Saturday, after we did all of the Easter stuff, Saturday night, we looked at each other and we're like, I don't have the capacity to start that right now.
Yeah.
So I think this coming weekend or maybe in the next couple weeks we will.
It's good. Recommend it. All right. We're out of here. Holly, what's your social media?
Radio Holly on Instagram and TikTok and Threads.
Mine is at Miguel Fuller. We will see you all here on Wednesday. Bye.
Miguel and Holly Uncensored.
Catch it